my name is Tatiana and welcome to Eagle TV. We are coming to you from Sherman Oaks Elementary School. Today we will be meeting the first members of our new video club. Please welcome team number 1. Team number 1, can you each please tell us your name and your favorite hobby?
My name is Erica and my favorite hobby is drawing.
My name is Natalia and my favorite hobby is dancing.
My name is Jennifer and my favorite hobby is drawing.
Can one of you please tell us the concept of your first segment?
Our team concept is interviewing Jerome.
Thank you for sharing, team number 1. Please welcome team number 2. Team number 2, can you each please tell us your name and your favorite hobby?
I am Daniel and I like playing soccer.
My name is Carlos and I like baking cakes.
My name is Jason and I like playing hockey.
Can one of you please tell us the concept for your first segment?
The concept for our first segment is a day in the life of a Sherman Oaks student.
Thank you for sharing. Please welcome team number 3. Team number 3, can you please tell us your name and your favorite hobby?
Hello, my name is Catherine. My favorite hobby is skateboarding.
Hi, my name is Alexandra and my favorite hobby is baking cakes.
Hi, my name is Nicole and I like to play soccer.
Can one of you please tell us the concept for your first segment?
The concept for our first segment is past events and upcoming events.
Thank you for sharing, team number 3. Please welcome team number 4. Team number 4, can you each please tell us your name and your favorite hobby?
Hi, my name is Nicole and my favorite hobby is playing basketball.
Hi, my name is Nadia and my favorite hobby is drawing.
Hi, my name is Angelica and my favorite hobby is playing.
Hi, my name is Emily and my favorite hobby is playing basketball.
Thank you for sharing, team number 4. Can one of you please tell us the concept for your first segment?
The concept for our first segment is a visit to the Bascom Library.
Thank you for sharing, team number 4. Thank you to all the teams for your sharing. We hope you enjoy the rest of our show. Hi, my name is Tatiana, and today we are going to interview a very important member of the Sherman Oaks staff.
Hi, I'm Jennifer and today I'm here with Jerome at Sherman Oaks Elementary. Tell us a little bit. So, Jerome, tell us a little bit about yourself.
A little bit about myself. Well, I'm going to be 63 years old. I love children. I've always worked with children. I've been working with children since I was 14 years old as a counselor at a summer camp. And I've not strayed far from that all my life. Some of the things that I do with you guys, like singing those silly songs, the same songs I sang when I was at summer camp when I was 14. So things haven't changed very much for me.
Tell us a little bit about your favorite hobby.
My favorite hobby is making bracelets. And I started that when I was in summer camp too, with children. And what I've started, when I started here at Sherman Oaks, I thought it would be cool for all the kids to wear bracelets. So I started making bracelets for the kids at Sherman Oaks when we came here. And I've been doing that since we started Sherman Oaks.
So, Jerome, how many years have you been working here at Sherman Oaks?
I was part of the original team of teachers and staff that came to open this school in 1998. So I've been here since then.
What is your job here at Sherman Oaks?
Yeah, that's a great question. A lot of people try to pin me down and get a title from me, My title here at Sherman Oaks is Community Liaison. What that means is that I was hired to make our school a community school where parents were welcome, where children and brothers and sisters were welcome, where cousins were welcome, where people were welcome to come in and add and give to the children and the environment at the school. But since then, my job has changed as the years have gone on. We have become a community school. We do have festivals and fun where the whole community shows up. We're one of the few schools anywhere where we'll have a party and we have kids that used to go to the school 15 years ago come back to be with kids that are here now. We are one of the few schools around where we have grandmothers and grandfathers and uncles and aunties that come to school all the time, not just for festivals, that come to school every day. We got parents in school that come to help and do all kinds of activities with our kids, and that's the kind of environment I was hired to create. So I think it's been successful. I think my job has really been a great job, and I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Where did you work before Sherman Oaks?
Before Sherman Oaks, I was a social worker at the county of Santa Clara. And part of my job there was taking care of kids also. I had to make sure that kids were safe. And social workers, what they do is when children are having problems at home or in school or with their families or in the streets with the police, a social worker goes in and tries to help a child get their lives straight. And I did that for about 20 years before I started coming here. I started coming here into the school systems because I quit my job at social services so I could do jazzercise full time. And jazzercise is my full-time job that sustains my life financially. But this is what I do, and that sustains my life, I would call it spiritually. This being with you guys makes me feel good about who I am.
Did you come over from Blackbird, and who else came with you?
Well, the only person that's left here at Sherman Oaks that came with me from Blackbird is your 6th grade teacher, Ms. Valdovinos. She and I, with about 20 other teachers, came over from there. Over the years, most of those folks have retired and moved on, and Mr. Rubio and Ms. Valdovinos and I were the last 3 standing, and Mr. Rubio left this year.
What made you decide to work at Sherman Oaks?
Well, when I was at Blackbird, I was teaching jazzercise to kids. I was counseling kids. I was working as a mentor there and making sure that the campus was safe, a safe environment. When the first principal of Sherman Oaks decided to open this school, she wanted to take her best teachers with her. And she looked at me and she said, "Jerome, I want you to come with us. I'll make up a job for you. I want you to come and help our school be a successful school." That's what made me come.
Tell us about the start of Sherman Oaks.
It was pretty cool because it was one of the first times we were going to open a school that was in our district going to be bilingual. We didn't have any other bilingual schools in the area. And so it was brand new and no one had ever done it. So this is going to be a challenge for all of our teachers because we had to have teachers that spoke both languages, and we had to create a system where kids would be learning both in English and in Spanish for most of the day. It had not been done, so that was going to be a challenge for everyone.
What was Sherman Oaks like when it first started?
It was a happy place because everybody was working hard trying to make it something special in our district. But when we first started, we didn't have a lot of parents who trusted the school systems. We had a lot of parents who did not really know how to be involved with the school. So we had a lot of kids coming to school with not a lot of parental help or supervision. And that made it really, really difficult. But after a few years, we started getting more parents coming in and doing things and helping out, and our school became more like what we thought we wanted it to look like. until today when you guys come here and we've got kids and parents and babies, and we've got situations where I meet your baby sisters and brothers before they even come to school. I know them. They are hugging me and stuff, running around when they're 2 and 3 years old, and then by the time they get to kindergarten, they're not afraid of school because they already feel like they're part of this school. And that makes this place really special.
What advice would you give to the Sherman Oaks students?
Well, the speech I give to all the sixth graders when you leave, and I haven't given it to you all yet, but our expectation is for you to leave here and make us proud. I'm going to do this on tape. We expect you all to leave here and be stars. Every one of you, we expect you to be somebody special in life. That's what I would say to you.
How has the school upgraded or changed over time?
Well, technology has changed us. There was a time, do you guys know the Star Wars? Have you heard of Star Wars? You know the guy that created Star Wars? Who was it? You know he's been here? Do you know that he helped start the technology part of our school? His company made sure that our school had all the technology that was available then. So computers and all that stuff was something that we started with. We continue to have it. That's why you guys are so great with computers. I know a lot less about computers than you guys do. When I need help with the computer, I come into your room and say, somebody come help me with this. I've been doing that for 19 years. I've been doing that. And that's the way it's going to be, because I'm a little too old to start learning all the new gadgets and stuff that you guys are working with now. But the deal is, that's your life. That whole technological theme that's going around the world right now, that is your life. But the best thing about it is that here in California, and especially here in San Jose and Silicon Valley, you guys are far more superior to like kids on the East Coast. My granddaughter lives in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and she comes here and finds out all this new information that's not in her schools. The kind of stuff you guys are doing with TV cameras and all like that, it's not happening in schools elsewhere. So we're very blessed and we're very fortunate because we get a chance to be exposed to all of the newest stuff that happens in the world, because this stuff is not just here. You could take this thing that you're doing today and put it on YouTube and they'll see it in Japan next week. So your world is much smaller than our world was. When I was your age, well, I'll tell you a story. When I was 16 years old, I was being recruited to go and play basketball because I was a pretty good basketball player in high school. And I got a letter from San Jose State. They wanted me to come from Pennsylvania to play basketball at San Jose State. I didn't even come to visit San Jose State because I thought it was too far away. It was too far from my home in Pittsburgh to come at 17 all the way to California. Now it's like going across the street, because you can get from here to there in no time at all. But then it seemed like it was a million miles away. And now it's like I could be there in 5 hours. A little different than it was then.
Do you like that the students are learning 2 languages?
I love that. And I push you guys, because a lot of times you guys will go into middle school, and because they don't offer you Spanish in middle school, you'll lose some of your Spanish. But the deal is, here in California, if you know 2 languages, it's worth money. When I started working in social services in San Jose, I came from Pittsburgh to San Jose. And I studied Spanish in high school. I took 3 years of Spanish in high school. Didn't use it at all forever. Didn't even think about using it again until I got to San Jose. But if I had been able to speak Spanish when I went to social services, instead of making $48,000 a year, I would have been making $68,000 a year. Yes, Daniel, $68,000. It's worth $20,000 just because that person speaks another language. We had one of our kids that graduated from Sherman Oaks, came over to the school last week. He is now an interpreter for Santa Clara County. An interpreter. He came in to interpret, to take English and translate it into Spanish for one of the parents in one of the conferences here at our school. That's a kid that graduated from Sherman Oaks. He went to Santa Clara University, and now he's working for the county as an interpreter. So you guys keep your Spanish, learn how to read Spanish, write Spanish, tell your stories in Spanish, and be very proficient in English also. And you can write your own ticket in California, because that's what this state is going to be about. Not only the state, but that's what this nation is going to be about. It's going to be a two-language nation. At least two. We used to have kids that come to Sherman Oaks that left here speaking 3 and 4 languages, because they came in speaking French and English, and they left speaking French, English, and Spanish. So yeah, I think it's really important that you don't lose your Spanish, and you use it all the time and pass it on.
What is Jazzercise?
Jazzercise is the jazz dance fitness program that I've been doing since 1984. And it was created by a woman in Southern California named Judy Shepard Missett. And I became an instructor when I was 33 years old. And what I wanted to use it for was as a social sphere, as well as an workout regimen. I wanted to be able to connect people and give them someplace they could go for an hour and forget about all their worries and just dance and smile and sing and sweat. And by staying in shape that way, they could forget their worries and go home to their families and create a nice place and a nice environment to raise their families. But my mother said to me when I started Jazzercise, Jerome, you can only do Jazzercise if you find a way to make it part of something you do with children. So my first Jazzercise class, I went back to my elementary school in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I taught the kids at my elementary school. That was my first class. And I've been doing Jazzercise with kids ever since. So it's, and with kids it's different because there's like 900 sometimes of kids out on the blacktop and me. Or here it's 500 kids and me. And so it's all about crowd control, but mostly it's about you guys having fun and sitting and dancing and moving and smiling. If you're not smiling and moving and sweating, then I wouldn't be doing it.
Do you work at other schools?
I used to go to every school in this county. But when I started working here, it stops me from being out there during the day. So I used to do Jazzercise with adults in the morning and the evening. And then all during the day I would go to different schools and do Jazzercise with kids. But now I do Jazzercise in the morning, and then I come here and work here until 3 o'clock, and then I have another class in the evening. So I don't get to other schools as much.
So, how would you describe this year's 6th graders?
I think I already told you guys, and I knew it before you became 6th graders. I knew it before you even became 6th graders. I've known all of you all since you were in kindergarten, and I've watched you grow, and I told the 6th grade teachers, I said, this year's 6th graders are going to be the best 6th graders that we've ever had at Sherman Oaks. That's what I saw in you as 5th graders. That's what I saw in you as 4th graders. That's what I saw in you as 3rd graders. You guys have been great kids the whole time you've been here. And I couldn't say that about all the classes. I've not been able to say that about all the classes.
There was always somebody in the class that I was worried about being okay in the world when they left here. I'm not worried about any of you.
Anything else you want to share?
No, I want to say thank you very much for thinking of coming to me and asking me to sit here and talk with you all. I love you all with all of my heart. I will watch all of you grow, and just because you leave here does not mean I'm out of your life. Like I said, every kid that leaves here comes back here, and that's our real payday. When you guys come back and show us, like when he came back and he was in there interpreting as an adult, that's our payday. That's what I want to see from all of you.
Is it okay if we share a picture of you in your childhood?
That's not really my childhood. That's when I was 18. I was 18 years old. Yeah, that's a picture that was taken of me when I started playing basketball at the University of Maryland. And now I get beat out here on the court by the 6th grade boys. So life changed, and it's quite fine.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. It was my pleasure. My pleasure indeed. Thank you for having me.
Hola, me llamo Nadia y aquí nos encontramos en la biblioteca de Bascom.
Hola, yo me llamo Angélica y nosotras somos estudiantes de 6º grado en la escuela Sherman.
Aquí estamos con uno de los miembros de la biblioteca de Bascom. Hola Shirley, ¿cómo te sientes hoy?
Fine, I'm very excited to be a part of your project today.
Bueno, Shirley, cuéntanos algo sobre ti.
Let's see, I was born in San Jose, California, and what I used to like to do as a young girl was read, of course, and bike riding and just playing with my friends. And let's see, what motivated me to become a librarian is, well, what I like about libraries is they provide a lot of materials and services for people for free, and I really like to encourage people to read and get that love of reading.
¿Cómo podemos crear una tarjeta de la biblioteca?
First, I'd like to let you know that the library card is free. This is what one of the library cards looks like. You need to bring some form of photo identification, so it can be a driver's license, and also proof of residence, proof of where you live. So that can be on your driver's license, or it can be a piece of mail. We have a short application that you fill out, and then the card is issued that day. So you just go to the information desk after you fill out the application, and we'll issue the card.
Así ya saben cómo verán una tarjeta de biblioteca.
When you get your library card, you can check out 100 items, and some of the items that we have here in the library for you are, we have magazines in Spanish, we have books for adults in Spanish, we have books for children in Spanish, as well as music CDs, and the DVDs you can only check out 10 at a time, but we also have movies in Spanish as well. So we welcome you to come to the library and check everything out.
Bueno, ahora nos encontramos con la señora Araceli.
Araceli, háblanos de tu posición de la biblioteca y lo que haces.
Bueno, soy Araceli y soy la coordinadora del centro familiar de Bascom Branch Library. Yo me encargo de los diferentes programas aquí en la biblioteca, específicamente programas como ESL, programas para personas que quieren aprender inglés, programas para niños. En enero vamos a comenzar con un club de tarea y también con programas de computadora también. Aquí en el centro familiar de Bascom nos enfocamos en diferentes programas que quieren en la comunidad. Por ejemplo, tenemos muchos materiales aquí para practicar diferentes cosas. So, tenemos personas que quieren sacar su GED y tenemos libros sobre eso también. También tenemos el ESL para personas que quieren aprender. Otra cosa que tenemos aquí para personas que quieren aprender el ESL son 2 computadoras con diferentes programas que pueden usar para practicar su inglés. Otra cosa o más cosas de ESL. ¿Qué más tenemos? Tenemos muchos servicios. Tenemos servicios para personas que quieren sacar el citizenship y podemos ayudar con eso también aquí.
Aquí es una área que puedes usar computadoras para aprender inglés y teclear y necesitas preguntar a unos de los trabajadores para usar las computadoras.
Acá atrás está la zona de silencio. Aquí puedes venir a hacer tus cosas o lo que tienes que hacer en silencio.
Aquí son 2 cartas que puedes tener para la biblioteca.
La verde es de los niños y la negra es para los adultos.
The Bascom Library is open Wednesday through Saturday. Wednesday we're open 11 in the morning till 8 p.m. at night. And Thursday, Friday, and Saturday we are open 10 a.m. till 6 p.m. And we have a handout of all the hours for all the libraries in our system.
El biblioteca de Bascom está abierto miércoles a sábado. El miércoles estamos abiertos de las 11 hasta las 8 de la tarde y los otros días estamos abiertos de 10 hasta las 6 de la tarde. Tenemos nuestro calendario y las horas aquí en la biblioteca, so si necesitan información pueden venir para preguntarnos.
Este es el monitor donde puedes sacar los libros. Tienes que seguir los primeros pasos. Primero tienes que escanear la tarjeta, luego tienes que entrar tu número de PIN. Y luego tienes que escanear el libro. Y luego te pide si puedes imprimir el recibo. Y al final te saca tu recibo. Este fue nuestro recorrido de la biblioteca.
Gracias por acompañarnos.
Yo me llamo Angélica.
Yo me llamo Nadia.
Hasta pronto.